Joseph was one of the 12 sons of Jacob, but he was loved very deeply by his father. Joseph was born when Jacob was already old, and because of this, Jacob showed him special affection. One day, Jacob made Joseph a beautiful coat, a coat of many colors. When Joseph's brothers saw this, their hearts filled with jealousy. They felt their father loved Joseph more than them. Then Joseph began to dream. In one dream, Joseph and his brothers were tying bundles of grain in a field. Suddenly, Joseph's bundle stood upright, and his brothers' bundles bowed down to it. In another dream, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowed before him. When Joseph shared these dreams, his brothers became angry. They hated him even more, because they believed Joseph thought himself greater than them. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers, who were tending sheep far from home. When the brothers saw Joseph coming in the distance, they began to whisper. "Here comes the dreamer," they said. At first, they planned to kill him, but Reuben, the oldest brother, spoke up. Instead, they threw Joseph into an empty pit. They stripped him of his colorful coat, and Joseph cried out. But no one listened. Later, Ishmaelite traders passed by on their way to Egypt. Judah suggested selling Joseph instead of killing him. So Joseph was sold for 20 pieces of silver. The brothers took Joseph's coat, dipped it in animal blood, and brought it to their father. When Jacob saw the coat, he believed Joseph was dead. His heart was broken, and he mourned for his son for many days. Meanwhile, Joseph was taken to Egypt. He was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. Even there, God was with Joseph. Joseph worked faithfully, and everything he did prospered. Potiphar noticed this and placed Joseph in charge of his entire household. But trouble came again. Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph, and Joseph was thrown into prison. Once more, Joseph was alone. Yet even in prison, God did not leave him. The prison keeper saw Joseph's character and placed him in charge of the other prisoners. While in prison, Joseph met 2 of Pharaoh's servants. Both had troubling dreams. God gave Joseph understanding, and he interpreted their dreams correctly. Years later, Pharaoh himself had dreams that no one could explain. Then, Joseph was remembered. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh, and through God's wisdom, he explained the meaning of the dreams. There would be 7 years of great abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine. Pharaoh listened, and he believed. Joseph was appointed governor over Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself. When the famine came, it spread across many lands, including the land where Joseph's family lived. Jacob sent his sons to Egypt to buy food. When the brothers arrived, they bowed before Joseph. They did not recognize him, but the dream was being fulfilled. Joseph tested their hearts and saw that they had changed. Then, Joseph could no longer hold back his tears. "I am Joseph," he said, "your brother, whom you sold into Egypt." The brothers were afraid, but Joseph spoke gently. "Do not be afraid," he said. "God sent me ahead of you to preserve life." Joseph forgave them. He invited his family to live in Egypt, and he cared for them through the famine. What his brothers meant for evil, God meant for good. And so, Joseph's story reminds us, even when life is unfair, even when people hurt us, God is still working. And in the end, his plans never fail.